Go.
Episode 46.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Into the 99, where we have 99 cards because Commander's number one. And I'm one of your hosts, Sherman.
I'm Hope.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Brian.
And it's early in the morning, like usual.
Woohoo!
So, today, we're going to talk about reprints because double masters.
So it's definitely been on people's minds. Definitely been at the forefront of the community, I would say.
It's all anyone's been seeing, really.
Hell yeah.
Well, spoiler season. Well, spoiler week, I guess.
An aggressive spoiler
The
season.
greatest
Really
season
aggressive.
of all time.
Fourth time.
Yeah.
Like the fourth time in 4 weeks.
Can you imagine Christmas coming 4 times a year? Just be like, okay, I'm done.
Sure can.
My house is filled with presents.
Well.
It'll be interesting, especially like we got the Commander Legends coming too. There's Zendikar
and the
coming.
green commander
There's a
thingy.
lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming.
There's a lot coming out. So, like,
I'm gonna be so poor.
Yeah.
I'm already poor.
Yo.
Oh, but yeah, reprints. Like,
Woo.
let's face it, okay? Everyone keeps on saying we want reprints, and Wizards gives us reprints, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But we want to go over some of the good and bad points of reprints here.
Yeah, what the pros and cons of them are. You're not going to make every player happy. Like, I'm a good example.
Daniel.
I'm not happy with a lot of the spoiler
Are you
season
also
that
not
came out.
happy?
Yeah, I'm not happy with this.
Yo, y'all are crazy.
Seriously, like whoever gets crop rotation as a topper.
Let's get that out of the way. The fact that you can get the variance between like a Mana Crypt or an Alt Art, Blightsteel, Colossus, a Kalia, any of those things, the fact that crop rotation crop rotation being a box topper is unacceptable. It's a 77-cent card. The alternate art on it is not enough to like put it in the tier of those things that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like you're seeing like Expedition Map. How livid would you be if we were opening a box together and I like cracked like Box Topper, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mana Crypt, and you get Expedition crop rotation?
Or
Here-
The thing is, though, for us here in Canada, that box is going to be sitting around $400 to $500.
Yes.
You wish 400, almost 500, 575 around.
Yeah,
Or
so
Not
you
at our
pay
LGS.
$1,000 or over $1,000, and you crack a crop rotation for your box.
or maybe one of the Urza lands.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I disagree. I don't think that at the end of the day, the Wizards isn't recognizing that it has different value. So
No, officially they're not recognizing it, but they know exactly
know.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
but and don't get me wrong, the expedition map I think is kind of
It looks great.
crappy. Yeah, it looks great. It's super playable, but it sucks. It would suck to get. However, I'm like, the thing that I keep saying to people is like, define value. I'm like, I understand that it's like, oh well, this has more financial value, blah blah blah, but like something that has more financial value might not have more value, objective value to a player.
I can agree, but let me jump in on that. Their selling point is the financial value. The point of the box being so expensive is the financial value that they're promising is packed within the set. And if
It is within.
I have to agree.
you say it's within the set, but the variance is what's so different. Like there's some packs being able to, we'll get into some of what's being reprinted, but
they're not saying that every pack is guaranteed to have
they're
a
not
$100 card.
saying that every pack is guaranteed. But with the price of their product, the crop rotation as a box topper is unacceptable because you're not just buying the box, you're buying the box topper as well. That is factored into the price that's being sold.
Because if you look back at Ultimate Masters, okay, all the rares and mythics, when they first released it, all the box toppers actually had an equal chance of getting pulled.
Yep.
Okay. In this one, they specifically say that it is not even anymore. Okay, so
you have a worse chance of pulling the mythic ones.
exactly. Okay, and that's what bothers me. If everything was the same, then it's not so bad. Okay, like I would be disappointed if I got like crop rotation or one of the Urza lands, even though I used them. It doesn't matter. Okay,
Really quick, I've got to jump in on that Urza Lands thing. How feel bad is that to get one of them and not have the others?
that's the thing. That's what would annoy the crap out of me.
To finish the picture.
Yeah. But
Ugly Karn.
that Karn is beautiful in his own way.
That Karn is an absolute nightmare. They pulled that right from my nightmares as a child, 100%. I've seen that before, and I hate it.
Just put that.
I've heard many people say it looks like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, well,
Just put it on top of a shark, and there you go. You're done. Okay, but anyways, like I'm disappointed that they have it where it's not even anymore for that. So
The chance to pull, yeah.
yeah, because like if you think of it that way, like the value for me would drop even more. It make me less wanting to buy a box now. Okay, like for like it's a lot of money for first off, and if I want to buy a box, I have to like make sure that everything else is fine, and then after that, it's like I get one of these rares that aren't really rares. They were like upgraded from like a common or an uncommon.
Yeah, well, crop rotation, like I said, that's a 77-cent card. That doesn't make it not a good card.
Yeah.
Right? Like, budget options are great, but it's not box topper good.
No.
So just to get in there, so crop rotation, 1 green, it's an instant, and as additional cost to cast crop rotation, you have to sacrifice a land. Search your library for a land card and put that card onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. This is a common card that's going to be having fancy art and being put as a box topper. So
but have you seen the Phyrexian Metamorph?
Okay, but let's...
Okay, but
It looks so cool.
One second. Let me also jump in on something a lot of people are forgetting as well, or maybe missed in the reading. Our friend MTG Finance Guy on Instagram, he pointed this out to me, and I even missed it myself. The box toppers aren't foil.
what?
Yeah.
They are all non-foil.
oh yeah.
So that makes the crop rotation significantly worse. The same with the expedition map. All I'm getting is an extended artwork version of a card. And in all of these other previous sets, these are just included in packs. You can just pull the alternate arts of things like the Magmut, for example, that everyone who opened a box of M21 has 20 of.
yeah.
Two?
Is
I
the
don't
land.
even know. It's a red one. But that's the thing. They had these.
It is Flutter Dog.
Yeah, exactly. They had all of these things, and it's just an alternate art one. That's the point I was making.
Gotcha.
But like you could pull those. As far as I'm aware, you cannot pull the alternate arts anywhere except for the VIP packs and the box toppers.
Sure.
You cannot
$150
pull,
a pack.
yeah, and you cannot pull the foil alternate arts anywhere except the VIP packs.
Yeah. That's so
I think
crazy.
they had to do something to make the VIP packs like special. I don't think that the VIP packs should exist, but I think that's the logic there.
With this introduction of the double masters and the price points, I wish Canada was able to sell my blood and
Please take my plasma.
yeah.
Yeah. No, we
You want a
donated
kidney? I
here.
have two.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the thing is, like, there's... let's get into it, because we are talking reprints.
so
Yeah.
much
It is unarguable that there's value in this set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave, I was gonna do a mini episode on this set throughout the week, just with the spoilers that were there.
But then our opinions got big.
And exactly. We decided we were gonna change it. Sherman mentioned, why don't we talk about reprints? And I think it is a good topic because they keep sprinkling the value in for sure. But then they also slot in like, oh, one of the mythics is Geist of Saint Traft. I love Geist of Saint Traft. I have a commander deck
$2
built on him. He's a great card. It's a $2 card.
Yeah.
If that's
in Canada.
If that's what,
Yeah. So it's even lower in the other places.
You know what I mean? Like, he was one of the mythics in like one of the dual decks. Like, there's an alt art foil version of him already available. So you're not even giving us the alternate good art of him. You're giving us the original artwork of him at mythic level. That is pretty feel bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty feel bad. The optimism I had seeing this set was very high. Blightsteel Colossus in an alt art, Mana Crypts, Kalia, Atraxa. I was excited.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, these are great. And I argued with many, many people. I said, listen, like, this set is not for everyone. I didn't realize I was one
You were
of the
part of
people,
the everyone?
This set's not personally for me.
Yeah, you did a full 360 on that.
Yeah. Well, and because I believe that the value is in it. And a lot of people went and pre-ordered this. I said I'm going to wait to see what the value is, especially at this price point.
If they pre-ordered, they saved a big chunk of change, though.
A big chunk of change doesn't change that Mana Crypt, the most valuable card so far to be revealed, as far as I'm concerned, is down to $83.
Yeah.
So at $83,
Canadian?
I don't know if it's Canadian or American, but regardless, if it's $83, that I can just get my Mana Crypt and whatever else I want from the box and still be up money.
What I feel sorry for is the LGSs, because LGSs, and I don't know if anybody knows this or how well they know this, but LGSs, they have to pre-order this stuff from the distributor way earlier than what spoiler season shows. Okay, so like right now we get the spoiler seasons and everything. LGSs have to pre-order this stuff from distributors sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 months in advance.
I was gonna say, like, the order is done.
Yeah. So like if the product doesn't work out, the LGS is stuck with these and they have to like get rid of them somehow. If they don't order enough, they can't get more supplies until everything's reprinted. And I feel really sorry for them. Yeah. So, but as Daniel said, let's get into the topic here. The first thing we do want to talk about for this with reprints, and the first thing that everyone talks about of why they want reprints, is the fact that it will drive down prices on certain cards. And we've mentioned this multiple times already, but you know, like it does drive it down the prices. Okay, so it makes it so that it's easier to, or it makes it more accessible, affordable, stuff like that.
More people are playing Commander, more people are playing more powerful Commander.
Yeah.
My thing is that with reprints, it helps me get cards that, well, affordable cards, I'll be honest. It brings the price down to a point that I want to go out and maybe tune up the power level of my deck. When they reprint some of these cards, it allows me to then open the door to other possibilities in my combos and everything else along those lines for this game. Like that's my big thing, is the allowing me to actually get something for my collection.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, sometimes it's not even about like price. It's just about scarcity.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, right? Like that's one of the things that I'm happy about with Double Masters, is like there are some cards that like are kind of expensive, but not super, super expensive. But like you can't find them. Yeah. And if you can't find them, it doesn't matter what their what their quote unquote value is.
Yeah,
that's very true.
You know?
Like I think on that point, I think the greatest example there is probably Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, okay, Noble Hierarch is used in EDH. Okay, it is used in Pioneer and used in Modern a lot. Okay, so like Pioneer and Modern, like you have things like humans, you have devoted druids and their decks and everything in like Modern. You have it for Infect decks. It is a great card. It's a great card and seen played in multiple formats. And the scarcity because of that, even though like they've reprinted it twice. I think
it's also a great 5-color card because it gives you access to 3 mana colors for 1. It has Exalted. Like it's just a very
just
solid
so everybody
card.
knows, it's a 1-drop green card 0/1 with Exalted, and it taps to add green, white, or blue.
Yeah,
which is toit.
Yeah,
and like when Brian and I were playing Modern, like I was playing a Devoted Druid deck, and Noble Hierarchs. Yeah, I know you do. Noble Hierarchs used to be like $90 to $120 at that time. Okay, and I bought a playset, obviously. So, but after well, yeah, because we're
if you're playing that,
yeah. But then as they reprinted it, it dropped down to like 70, 60. I think it's like around like 35 to 40 bucks now.
I picked it up at 40.
Yeah, and you know what? Even though I lost money on that, I don't care.
Yeah, that's still a great price for that.
It's still a great price for it. It allows other people to get the card, and it allows them to power up their decks if need be.
That's just a great card to have on hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like we with that card, you definitely see the huge price drop. Okay. With other ones, like I don't know how well Jace is gonna drop. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, because he's getting reprinted too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he around like a $200 card?
Yeah.
He's around 65.
The Mind Sculptor.
What I don't understand here is of all the cards, all the box toppers, he's the only one whose art is not changed.
I think it's just because they couldn't, because they just redid alternate art Jason. They can't use that art because they sold it in Secret Lair as one of a kind only here. So they would have had to pay for another alternate art Jace to be made, and at that point, I guess not really super worth it. They've already paid for an extra one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it kind of makes like Secret Lair Jace, or not Secret Lair, but Mythic Edition Jace. Yeah. It makes him a little less special because now here's like another extra Jace. So
yeah,
I think this is just kind of the place they had to go with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am happy. I was unsurprised, but also happy that they're reprinting Jason Mind Sculptor, because like that's a card again that like it's kind of like out of reach for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see.
Some of the reprints though are just are just weird. Like I am looking at a big Google Docs sheet right now. And I did forget that Brutaclad is one of the cards reprinted.
Yeah.
And like Brutaclad, that's a great card, but I don't think the demand for Brutaclad is super high right now.
No.
But they're also reprinting a ton of like cool artifacts, so I think that might be the logic there is like, check this out.
But they bumped him down from Mythic to Rare, which again I think is a good choice there for this reprint set. But still, like it just struck me as odd that out of the Commander reprints, because that's really like Brutaclad's for Commander, right?
Yeah.
Atrax is for Commander, Kali is for Commander, right? All of them are Commander cards. And when you look at them, like you're going Kalia, Atraxa, Brutaclad.
So we're saying a lot of card names. Jason the Mind Sculptor, it's a Planeswalker, costs 4, 2 colorless, blue. Plus 2 abilities. Look at the top card of your target player's library. You may put that card on the bottom of that player's library. 0, draw 3 cards. I put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. I didn't realize he had so many abilities.
Yeah,
he does.
Return target creature to its owner's hand, and -12. Exile all cards from target player's library.
12.
Yes, -12. Then that player shovels his or her hand into his or her library.
And then,
their hand becomes their deck. Their deck is gone.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's definitely very
good. He is very good.
He's the face of Magic.
Lay rude.
But yeah, the other thing is, while we're talking about these reprints, I am sorry, I'm not gonna read what each of them is and stuff.
There's too many.
I'm just talking value of the cards. I am sorry if you don't know what the cards are when I'm specifically speaking. We will go into ones, but these are all old cards. We're just talking value and pros and cons to reprints of just that. So late into the episode note, but yeah, Brian will run out of breath if he tries to go over every card that I'm gonna.
Because there's so many to mention.
Brutaclad.
Yeah.
I mean, those are Commanders.
So far from what I'm seeing, they've spoiled about 61% of the estimated mythics for the set.
Nice.
Some of them are feel bad pulls. Geist of Saint Trapped, feel bad pull. A great card, still a feel bad pull for the value of the pack, right?
It'd be great for a draft.
You have Vengevine, which is
I heard someone ask for that to be reprinted.
Vengevine is good. Again, the problem is when I'm talking about this, I'm talking just value based on the value of the product. If the Double Masters was cheaper, then yes, this would be a great reprint set. There's wonderful cards in it. Like, I'm very happy to see Boon Reflection, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Boon Reflection with a new artwork is awesome. Its new value is sitting around $3. That's great.
I'm gonna be real. I'm even happy to see Psychrift, and I hate that card, but I'm happy to see it because it has just gotten so expensive.
No matter how much I hate that card, it's still there. Risk the Redeemed is a Commander player's wet dream. Yeah. Love that card, and for a long time it was out of reach for a lot of people. They couldn't.
Didn't they just reprinted the Mystery Boosters?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah. Yes, but they're bringing it again, and he's super popular. He makes a very, very fun deck style.
He's a very good beginner Commander.
Well, yeah, he's just a blast to play.
Tokens, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They are bringing back some of the swords, which is again welcome.
Oh, that altar looks great.
Which one? Do you like them both?
Sort of fire.
Fire and Ice.
Yeah. Because they showed Fire and Ice and War and Peace, I think. Yeah.
I think they both look good. I've heard some mixed reviews about the Fire and Ice one. I'm like, how could anyone not like that? I think it looks so cool.
But you know what? I've wanted to go out and try to get one of each of the swords,
but they're so expensive.
So this actually right there, I think is the division, because you can just hear it in it, and it's so funny. But Sherman and I are the long-term players of the group.
Yeah.
Our excitement's not here for it.
No.
Our excitement's not here for it, because generally speaking, we already played all these, we already cracked all these, and like they're
I didn't
cool.
play Darksteel, whatever.
But that's what I mean, right? Like, these are cool things, but we already had the chance to crack them. We already, collection-wise, probably own a lot of these cards. So for us seeing this inflated price tag, we're like, it's kind of not exciting. And I understand that like newer players or players building a collection right now, there's no doubt that there's value in this set.
That's what I've been saying. Like we say all the time, not every product is for everyone. And this is a great example. This product is not for Daniel. And I don't think this product is for Sherman.
None of Jank.
This product is for people that have like sold their collections and they're trying to rebuild them. This product is for new players. This product is for people that have $400 to drop.
Yeah.
But just like for me, like opening like a Canadian, we're talking Monopoly money here. Canadian, these are probably going to be like, you obviously in every game store, you're going to get a discount buying the box instead of the single packs.
Yeah.
These are probably going to sit between $17 and $20 a pack, realistically.
Yep.
Let's
I can see that.
Let's
At
even
least to
say
start.
it's 15. If I pull 2 rares and Terastodon is one rare and Sherman the Hedgemon is the other rare, if I pull $1 worth of rares in one pack, that is going to not make my day great, you know?
And that's the thing, and that's what most people forget about reprints, is that when they do stuff like sets like this, they have to reprint other stuff that are bulk rares.
Yeah.
Not everything can be a hit. You know?
And don't get me wrong, having a Terastodon in your collection is awesome. Sherman the Hedgemon is a really, really cool commander. But I have a lot of both of them. I already own both of them, right? So for me, like the value's not there. For me, it's just at this point, it's not about building a collection, because if you're building a collection and you're looking for more cards, buying a box is obviously valuable. The current price of them isn't really what's affecting you. You have a chance to get very valuable cards that you might not have wanted to go out and purchase. And even if you don't, these are good cards. They're good reprints.
Yep.
I have to say, Wizards marketing team did a brilliant job.
But if you own these cards and you're just looking at it from the value of that and stuff, right? I cracked packs that had Terastodon. They didn't cost me $20 a pack, right?
No.
You know what I mean? I played when Blade Splicer was a card you cracked in packs. Blade Splicer just makes golems when it comes in, gives your golems first strike. It was a great card, like at the standard time. But again, I'm not paying $20 a pack to try get that.
Yeah. And like that, like the thing is, when it comes to reprints, like, okay, I understand if you reprint certain things, it's going to drive down the price and all that stuff. What some of the reprints that I enjoy seeing is like Rolling Earthquake. Okay, that was only released in 3 portals.
It's funny, that's one of the ones I'm the most excited about too.
I know.
I saw that one and I was like, all right, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, because like things where you only have one, but you gotta consider this. Okay, if the card was only printed like maybe once, or like in a certain set or a commander set, and no one else can get it again.
Grim Tutor was a great example. The reason I was so excited about it is because like old people like me had them, no one else did.
Yeah, but this gives
Printed the once, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
It only printed the once in a weird, not even a set. It was like a weird offset printing.
And that's what they need to do. They like, in all honesty, like, okay, no more Dreadmaw. I rage every time I see that card.
I need my dinos.
One of my favorite memes that I've been seeing going around is everyone waiting for Box Top or Colossal Dreadmaw.
Yeah.
I would
Like,
I would buy a box that day.
It's all
is
Colossal
hilarious.
Dreadmaw. It always
has been.
Yeah, like it's like you have how many years of Magic card in history for you to go back. I understand the reserve list. I understand people are grouchy because they don't want to lose money on the price of their cards.
I want to lose money on all of it. You want me to spend $500 on a box, reprint the dual lands, and let me into the store.
Sliver Queen.
See, like I don't have any of those duels. Because I'm just not wealthy enough to have these expensive. Yeah, exactly. Or old.
Well, let's.
Oh, my parents wouldn't let me play Magic when I was super young.
But let's talk about that quickly with the reprints. Yes, they can't reprint those, but dual lands didn't have this value. Like you didn't have like $300 dual lands 10 years ago. They were still expensive.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, right? But they were around like $100 for like your underground seas. Now you're finding an underground sea. It's well into the $500 or $600s.
Make new cards above ground sea.
No, well, but like Brian, you brought this up a few episodes before, where you heard someone talking about this. Hope's gone. But like,
Hope loves above ground sea.
Yeah, but like if we reprint, let's say we reprint those cards, but in like a gold border or silver border. Okay.
I love that idea.
Because now it's not like competitive or tournament legal.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone wants to play with them, okay, like they can talk to their group. No, most casual players don't care. I have a gold border Force of Will, and none of you guys care.
I would literally
Buddy,
never.
I want my collection to be worth something, though.
Yeah, but like just to here's the reason why Wizards should do something like this. Okay, there is a problem with people going out and buying like actual proxies of cards from like China or whatever.
Well,
okay,
they're not going to stop it too. That's the thing, right? Like right now, the reserve list has created for every market, like a sub market comes up, and that's what there is. There is a sub market of these things. People want the cards. People don't have the money for those cards. Think about it. If you have 10 commander decks and all 10 of those commander decks need at least one dual land, you're
at need.
Well, need to. It's not even need. You want them.
Yeah.
You want them because you want to play the optimal card game with your friends. That's $2,000 of dual lands.
Yeah. But like, what if Wizards went into this market and be like, here's silver or bronze. Let's go with bronze, okay? Because unstable and unsets are silver, collector's editions are gold. Let's go with bronze,
Even
okay?
if they put the gold border ones in a set as like a masterpiece kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what I think they should do. There's like, okay, here is like the best of the best from like each set kind of deal, or things that people always wanted but can't afford.
Make them artist proofs. We all sleeve our decks anyways. Make them an artist proof, throw them on the back, and
I think that's what Wizards should do. I think, yeah.
I just want some of the older cards that clearly I wasn't around for.
And that's the thing, like Rolling Earthquake was only released in the one set, right? So like Ruinclad, same thing, okay? Only released in the Commander set. Having them reprint stuff like that, I'm perfectly fine with. Atraxa, Brea, stuff like that.
Valuable,
Yeah, even Brea is not an expensive card. If you pull it, okay, some people might be disappointed, but it was only printed one time.
yeah, it's a cool commander
Yeah,
card.
so them reprinting stuff like that, I'm perfectly fine with, okay? But reprinting some of the things like, oh my goodness, like some of the what is it?
There's no shortage of Geist of St. Trask.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I've never gone and been like, hey, can I get a Geist? And they're like, we've been sold out for 8 months.
Yeah, or Meddling Mage. That's another one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Meddling Mage.
You actually can't find those, buddy.
Yeah.
Can we just like MTG requests?
Yeah.
The next set.
Terrastodon's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, we've been reprinting requests from people.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like reprinting some of these that you only find in one set, like even with Mystery Boosters, there was Safari's Protection. That's great. It drives down the price, gets more out in the market, okay? And for newer players that couldn't get it when the Commander set first came out, now they have a chance of getting it. And I love that. I love the fact that they're reprinting things, you know, that are based around that concept.
Yep. Teferi's Protection would be a great one. Smothering Tides, not a super expensive card, but I would have loved to see that reprinted.
That's a $24 card now.
Is it up to 24?
Yeah.
I remember buying it at 10.
Yeah, same here.
I remember buying Dryad of the Elysian Grove at $6. I still have one in a sleeve. You're not finding it at $6 anymore.
Nope.
Well, what's its price now? Does anyone know? I've heard it's gone up too.
I think it's like at 18 or 19.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gone up. Like even things like Guardian Project which is like a green staple now.
Yeah, it's like $20.
Yeah, it used to be $3 when it first came out. $3.
Dryad of the Elysian Grove is $17.
And it's funny that you can see these prices change from one set to another because one card will come in and it just changes the synergy or it breaks something, in all honesty, until they ban it.
Yeah.
But like,
well, Nyx Bloom Ancient's another great card they should have thrown as a reprint. That card
would have been dope.
That anywhere.
That would have been really, really good.
Mycosynth Lattice, again, that's something they may be able to, but that has been an out-of-price card for a long time.
Yeah.
That card, I will tell everyone what it does because it's not a super played card. Long story short, it's an artifact. It turns every permanent into artifacts. It's the artifact version of Enchanted Evening, and if you don't want to know what Enchanted Evening does the same thing, but enchantments.
Yeah, and then someone drops down. Yeah, and then someone drops down like, was it Darksteel Forge?
Yeah, Darksteel Forge.
And then the Nev disc and destroys everything.
I've never seen anybody play Mycosynth Lattice for like a nice reason. No one's ever been like, hey, I played Blink Moth Urn and Mycosynth Lattice so everyone can have mana because this is my group hug deck. It's always someone who's doing that, and then Bane of Progress is the table.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're starting to get into the next topic here. The bad. Certain cards that are considered salty get reprinted. I've heard Cyclonic Rift, microsynth lattice with other artifact crap. Because I've gotten hit by that a few times, and it's not a good time.
There's some good salt. Like,
Can I just Can we just like recognize the dope art on the new Cygrip though?
Yeah.
Let's just
again, let me jump in one more time. Let me jump in one more time. I would have maybe been much happier with this set if you could pull these alternate art cards. If they were in the packs and stuff, I'd be like, you know what? This is at least pretty cool. It gives you Commander's an expressive format. I've said it hundreds of times. I'd be all about like, oh, you can pull these cool art, alt art, Force of Wills and stuff.
Yeah, Daniel just wants to express himself.
Yeah, I just want to express myself.
They're not in the box. They're only in the VIP.
Box hoppers.
No, yeah. You can only get that artwork as box toppers or VIP.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. They could have at least done M21 and thrown the non-foil version in.
Thank you, Brian. But the non-foil versions are the box toppers.
Oh, wizards.
So there's some salt here now.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can still get access to these cards, which is cool. Like Walking Ballista, that's a great card to reprint.
Yes,
very happy
agreed.
with that. No one ever has Walking Ballista in it. It's not that I'm seeing all this and I'm like, oh, this isn't a good enough reprint. The reprints are good enough. The vehicle they're being delivered in is broken down in trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
My car, man.
But like with
like Cyclonic Rift is a great example. I hate Cyclonic Rift. I don't think there's anyone who's ever met me that understands that I hate Cyclonic Rift. I literally was telling other people my solution to someone playing a Cyclonic Rift is to bully them out of like using it in the deck. I'll just attack and kill them every game until they remove it from their deck.
You're mean.
Yeah.
He has done it.
I hate that card so much. It's unreasonable. It's the most grudge match things I'll do. I will bully players. Like, they have something that has blue, I kill them.
Yeah.
Threat assessment gone out the window until you remove that card from your deck. Hate it. I could do a whole episode called I Hate Cyclonic Rift, and it would be a 3-hour episode.
I was going to say, you're already doing it. But,
that being said,
like,
it is a good reprint.
Because it spiked to like $50 here.
Yeah.
That's too much.
And that's the thing, like, that was, like, because, like, was it, like, 2-3 months ago, it used to be a $35 card, and it spiked up, like, that much.
That was too much.
Yeah, even that was pretty...
too much.
But
the thing is, though, that other than Cyclonic Rift, you only have other small unsummons and things like that really... Well, I think, there's something Tides or...
Rebuke or whatever. Reverse Rebuke, yeah.
When you're playing blue, you really don't have that many answers unless you're countering something, in which you have to be able to have your counter to get rid of it at that point.
But the problem...
The sun is blue and the ocean is red. Oh, I thought we're saying things that are wrong, Brian. That's just not true. Yeah. Blue has the most spot removal of everything. You have Wipe Away, split second, where you can remove permanents for 3.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And like the problem with Psych Rift is just it's one side, literally a one-sided board wipe.
The problem with Psych Rift is Psych Rift.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing with reprints. We're gonna see a lot more of these cards that are salty come back, right? Because let's think of it. Okay, what other cards are salty that we might see besides this?
The new Nar set. I just can't stand that. Not the new Planeswalker Nar set. Sorry, mono blue Nar set. The one that's just Leovold on the Planeswalker.
Yeah.
That card is frustrating.
Not banned.
Yeah, but Leovold is. Bring him back.
At this point, you might as well bring him back. Like,
let's just unban it all and see where it goes.
Yeah,
no ban list.
We
live on the edge.
One of the things that I think is the most important to realize is that Wizards never, like, obviously they had a vision of growth, but they never envisioned that they were going to grow like this. Nobody could have foreseen when they made this little cardboard card game, because that's what it is. We get together, we play with little pieces of cardboard at the end of the day.
I don't think you know what cardboard is.
Thousands of dollars.
Yep.
They never envisioned like that there was going to be this Commander thing, because the standard thing is cool, the collectability is cool, but with Commander coming in, they unleashed this monster can of worms. They made a eternal format from start to finish that everyone loves and plays, and like it is the most popular format. That's why these cards keep going up in price. It doesn't matter like this Cyclonic Rift reprint isn't enough, because people are going to want it, people are going to buy it and stuff. Everyone's going to upgrade their existing decks. There's too many Commander players, which is not a problem in my opinion. It's a
good thing.
But like they're going to have to keep pumping these reprints out. Like the format can't sustain itself with cards at such an insane value. Atraxa was like $80 or $90 at one point, was she not?
Well,
Yeah.
if you could find her.
Yeah, you can never find her.
A lot of them, like a lot of the
So it
old
doesn't
ones,
matter.
Kalia was extremely expensive. That's why I thought that the Commander Anthology
Yeah, Kelly
boxes,
is not too bad right now.
the Commander Anthology boxes were such a good product because you had a chance to get in to grab a bunch of decks at like a really reduced price from what they were.
Give me Anthology 3, please.
Yeah, but there's just so many, like we all want it. Like we're all sitting here complaining. We're all going to buy singles from this set. Like that's not.
Yes.
No one's arguing about that. If at any point I ever see those Urza lands, I'll buy them. I don't even use them in a deck, but I'll make a deck to use them. They look really nice.
With your new Explorers map. Or Expedition
my
map.
Expedition map. I'll go fetch it. Expedition map crop rotation.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So I think one question that we should ask each other is, what is your favorite reprint coming out of this set? Mine, because it's cute,
Oh no.
is the doubling season with the itty bitty dinosaurs.
Of
You know what's
course.
so funny
Of
is
course.
I hate that artwork.
I love it.
I hate it so
I love
much.
the newer.
What?
I hate it so much. As soon as I saw it, I was like, why in God's holy name would they do this?
Because it's twins.
I hate it.
Hence doubling season?
So dumb. I
Did
wish
you-
it was
Oh, I loved it.
badass.
You know, they should reprint Anointed Procession. That's going up in price a lot.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, they're still revealing it. There's still time. My favorite thing, I guess, we're doing this Saturday morning, the 25th. So I would say, out of everything spoiled so far, probably Exploration. I like Exploration a lot.
Oh yeah, and that's the one that allows you to play a land on each of your opponent's turn.
No, that's Burgeoning. Exploration is you can just play an extra land per turn.
Oh, and I think that's sitting at $70 right now.
I don't know if it was that high, but I know that it's been well above 30 for a significant amount of time.
Oh, I think I saw it at the Den for 70,
It could be. It's a very popular.
or I might have
card.
seen Burgeoning.
Burger King.
Burgeoning also could use a good reprint. I would have
Agreed.
been happy if they put Soul Ring in the set, to be honest. I always need more Soul Rings.
Always.
Yeah.
But again, Soul Ring's useless to anyone but Commander players, so I get it.
True.
I get it. They give me one a year in my box.
Oh, man.
Honestly, I think that my favorite thing that they're reprinting is Force of Will. I'm into it. I'm stoked. I
Yeah.
think
That's one thing I think they definitely... I'm glad they're reprinting that one. Because that price point... Like, they've reprinted it only once. So the price point is still really, really high for it. But
that looks great. I hope that they print 3 more swords.
Yeah. If they bring out
Feast
all
and
the swords.
Famine would be good.
Yeah.
I think Feast and Famine needs a pretty good reprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Light
box-
and Shadow, not really.
The box toppers do look nice for those, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would just be nice to just have a whole set of them. You know?
Just all of them.
Just 5. I don't want all 10. I just
They're
want 5.
different. They have the same name, but they're different, right? So I can put them both in the deck.
Counts.
Wizards could do some really cool stuff like MTG. Oh, I just had the word like MTG Essentials or MTG utility, where they have key cards that people want or always need, and sell them in a pack. Because you know what? If I could pick up a pack that had Fancy Soul Rings or like all the utility cards, cultivates, and everything,
I think
that I
that's
need,
almost like towing the line between selling singles, though.
But
Yeah, that's true.
but once again,
I don't
if
know
they're
if they'll do that.
if they're to do that, put in the special border around it, and just be like, here you go, okay. So like that's why I say they should.
I
I
don't
do
think
have
they'll
to
do
say,
that.
I was taking a quick look through. Masterwork of Ingenuity is also one that I'm very happy to see reprinted again.
Ooh.
It's a 1 cost, and you can have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield.
Ooh.
That's a great card.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm iffy on Ensnaring Bridge, because I want more copies of it out there. I want to see the price drop, but at the same time, I hate going against them in stacks.
Oh, yeah, and Snaring Bridge is sometimes very annoying.
Yeah.
I
So
have no hands. You cannot. No one can attack. I can't even attack.
yeah.
I also have to say that I'm not upset about the filter lands. They're pretty good. They're, for people who don't have like a huge land budget, they're a pretty good addition to your deck. I'd be happy to pull any of those in.
Sorry, when you say a filter land,
So
Filter lands are a cycle that they all come in untapped, which is, as we know, great. They tap for a colorless, then they have hybrid mana. So they're all from I think it was like the Shadow Moor, like the
something like that. But it was only printed once.
Yeah, they're hybrid lands though. But so they'll tap for like there's a Rakdos one, which is Graven Cairns. You can pay either a black or a red. Tap it to either add 2 black, a black red, or 2 red.
Think of it like a signet, but on a land instead.
Gotcha. No, I like,
yeah. So they filter your land out. Best case, they fix your land base for the colors you need. Worst case, they still tap for a colorless land. Like there's not many downsides to them. They're pretty good, especially in 2 or 3 color decks.
Yeah, good fix.
You know what they should do, and you remind me of this, is like for the Commander draft set that are coming out, they should reprint the Battle Bond land.
I loved the Battle Bond lands.
That's what they should do.
Exceptional lands that need a reprint. They're so good in our format.
Not a reprint. Can we just get the other lands?
Oh yeah, the other cycle of it.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. But like, once again, like we're talking about a lot of reprints, so like we go off tangents. Let's face it. This is something that we always talk about. It's just like,
passionate.
Yeah.
One that I did think was interesting also was Dark Confidant. I have a lot of them, and that was my initial argument, is that like I'm annoyed that was like a reprint. They're like, oh, this is a value one, and I'm like, well, I have 9, and everyone's like, okay, but that's the point. You have them, we don't.
Yeah,
we don't. Like they were, I think, sub $90 or $100 cards.
Yeah.
I think when I was at the Den playing the other day, they mentioned that, I think one person mentioned that she was able to find the lowest one in the city, which I think she still paid like $80.
Yeah. So again, that when somebody like mentioned like that was the reason, then yeah, like again, I've played a long time, have a big collection. I had all these. I wasn't super excited. I was like, Dark Confidant, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying whatever from a I have it point, and for everyone else who doesn't have it, they don't share that point.
Yeah.
Well, that's like your food chains. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I have a collection of food chains. I think I have.
It was really annoying.
Hope was sorting all the rares, so she was going through it. I think I have honestly 13 or 14 food chains.
I was pretty pissed off when I saw that. If I can be honest, it's just obnoxious. Nobody needs that. That would be cool if they reprinted Real Talk also.
Food chain would be a good reprint for sure.
No, they should reprint Seaborn Muse because someone here still has.
I would have been happy with the Seaborn reprint actually.
Yeah, pretty.
But that's the thing. Like once again, it's just like reprinting.
pretty girl.
One of the problems with the reprints, with that, all this going on, is that with making decks in EDH, okay, we all use this. The same resources normally. We all talk to the people saying, hey, what can we change? What can we upgrade? With all these reprints, one of the things that I don't like about it is that decks become very cookie cutter.
Yep.
Okay? Like, because it's like, okay, we're reprinting this staple. We're reprinting that staple, And as time goes on, it's like, okay, you have like, let's say your 35 lands, and then you have like 25 staples. All right, now that's 60 cards. Only 40 cards are really... 39 cards are really unique in the deck that you play against, right? And that's something that I feel as time goes on, we're going to see more and more of, because you're going to be like, oh, like look at white, okay? They're trying to give it more card draw, more land ramp. Thank you. Yeah, like because land tax is being reprinted in this.
Oh yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
That is actually a needed reprint for sure.
Yeah. But like these are going to become bigger staples constantly. You're going to see them again and again and again. It's like, okay, eventually EDH is going to get to the point where
it's like a standard.
Well, yeah, almost, because like we have the whole whole history of Magic pretty much.
So many people do, like you said, they go one path, and it's just like this deck has to do this, and then run these cards. I hear it has to so much.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing is like you hear that, but like most people that I enjoy playing with the most, and I'd say the majority of people at our LGS, like they don't necessarily do that because they also don't want to play that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it depends on each play group.
A really interesting thing, I pulled Yarok, and I was really, really excited to build Yarok. Yarok is such a cool commander.
Panharmonicon creature.
My one of our good friends that we play with, Matt, he built a Yarok deck, and I can't think of a way to build a better Yarok deck. His Yarok deck is just it's
so tuned.
Oh,
it's so good.
Exactly. It's the best. I think it's the most optimized Yarok deck I've ever seen. Everything that's not on the normal list that could be in it is already in it. So I just have not built it yet because there's no way to build it without just taking his whole deck list and saying, "Oh, this is my Yarok deck."
I did it.
Shout out to Matt for the best Yarok deck.
I think that's as well as why I didn't make Teysa Karlov.
Yeah.
Because everyone made
Because
Teysa.
everyone had it, and it's all the same cards
Yeah.
the entire time.
So
I actually just made Teysa, and by just made Teysa, I mean my brother had a Teysa deck, and he took 15 cards out of it and sold them, and I put 15 cards into his Teysa deck. Call me the deck architect.
Nobody's ever called you that.
I'm calling myself that now.
I wouldn't.
Hashtag Daniel is a deck architect.
Skyscraper decks.
But like that's the thing though, like with all these reprints, it's like, okay, they're needed reprints. Don't get me wrong, they definitely are needed reprints. But like and we're lucky in our play group that things are constantly changing. People tend not to follow the cookie cutter way, but when you go online and you talk to people, or you see certain decks online, like Brian plays a lot of decks against other people online from other places. Daniel, you do that quite often as well, and like you see the same thing. It's like, okay, this Cultivate, Farseek, Kodama's Reach, for green, like you have your standard ramp package. That's like this same at least 8 cards, and then it's just like, okay, how much different are like if you have these commanders from 8 different people or 10 different people, okay, you have the same commander, how much different are they really?
The percentage of cards that are different.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, like, playing online, like, I've been playing with a lot of people, like, different people. No one's pulled out, like, the same decks as me.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Like, I haven't seen another Selvala enchantment deck.
Seeing different metas and how they play and respond to things is pretty interesting.
I was going to say also, like, if you find that your playgroup is starting to kind of fall into that everybody does this kind of trap, like, set the trend then.
Yeah.
Like, do something different.
Ramp that power. Beat them to the ground.
Kill. But, like, just do something different. Like, if everybody's playing the same sort of weird meta, like, just be like, no, I'm not going to do that, and do something else. And people will be like, oh, what is this?
Or be like Daniel, have like 166 decks.
Yeah.
It's 190 now. Man.
So
190 decks. And just like, oh, you guys want to play this way? Okay, I'm just going to play this one. And I don't remember how I built this, but let's just go at it.
Let me just grab the deck.
I don't know what's in this.
We were rolling dice the other day to pick which decks.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's another deck I want to build right now, but no one in my playgroup has made me angry enough to build it. But I'm just thinking of building.
Rune?
No, Rune's dope.
Rune's not even very good.
Rune's pretty good. Rune's pretty annoying. But I really want to build a Klothys land destruction deck, but it just...
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ew!
exactly.
Why?
Because I don't have one.
Good enough point.
Because it goes against the grain.
Yeah, it's something different.
In all honesty, that's probably the reason why Daniel should make it, because no one would be able to recover from it,
Yeah.
but then Daniel would be playing against a mirror.
That's the most annoying thing about playing against me, is that like I build decks that like wreck everyone's meta, then they change it, and then I'm playing a different deck next week.
Oh, do you have a Shatter Gang?
Yeah, the Jund one, Shadow Gang Brothers.
Yeah, because that one would be
those are
onto
cool.
wreck.
Bros.
Yeah, bro. So
They
Shatter
do
Gang's
seem like
fun.
bro guys.
bro guys.
Right? Right? Brian gets it.
Oh, I won't be a part of that.
That's exactly what it is.
I'll not participate in
Look
that.
at me in my face. I don't make the rules. That's what they look like. Look up that card,
I know.
everybody.
I know it.
I know you do. You're not everybody.
They're not drinking White Claws, Hope.
They would.
Actually, I just had a thought. What if they... What?
Nothing.
Since we're talking about reprints and everything, what if they reprinted a bunch of tokens that we don't see anymore?
Oh, bring me Sliver tokens. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you... No, like, hear me out. Let's say they bring out a special set or it's just nothing but tokens. Okay? And they reprint a bunch of tokens for people to use. Things that you have not seen in ages, but you're not able to find.
It depends how much it is.
Like that core god.
True.
Daniel needs.
think that's relevant.
Which one?
I think that's pretty relevant.
What one's that, sorry?
For your Prosh guy.
Oh,
the kobolds, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the kobolds. Yeah.
The kobolds.
Care Keep. Yeah, those are fun ones.
Yeah, but what if, like, maybe they should reprint some, like, have a special set where it's nothing but tokens.
Honestly,
Okay.
the slivers, like I said, they have one from, I think, one of the core sets, and it's not bad, but the old slivers, I think, are $17 a token.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
What?
I'll
Token.
I'll double check that to make sure I'm not telling lies here. But they're real expensive for the old sliver token.
But that's the thing, like, because we're just focused on, like, playable cards, like,
Yeah.
for actual deck.
Yeah.
Why don't they reprint, like, they technically do reprint tokens when new sets come out and everything. It's like, oh, here's an angel token, here's a goblin token, and all that
I
stuff.
found
But
it here. 1 second. This is the sliver token from I don't even know what set. I don't know. It says Legions maybe. But anyways, they're $19.49.
Oh,
Canadian or
No,
US?
US. This is Card Kingdom's pricing. It's the first site that came up.
$20 for.
Only 3 of them available.
Wow.
So yeah, maybe we should reprint those instead.
Yeah.
So
The 20, there's one in the 2014 core set. They're 50 cents each. That's not horrible. But the old one, yeah, you can't find that one anywhere. And that's the coolest one by far. It is from Legions, yeah.
man, that's crazy. Maybe they should just, like, reprint, like, Sliver Queen.
I think Sliver Queen should be taken off the reserve list. Sliver Queen needs to be more accessible.
We talk about reprints.
Sliver King.
Sliver King.
We have to talk about the reserve
Sliver
list
Queen,
a little
right?
bit here.
It's 2020.
Yeah, we have to talk about the reserve list here.
Take it.
Oh my goodness, I think they should revisit it and go through it and be like, okay, let's remove some cards from the reserve list because it's so pointless.
Well, I made the point before. Lightning Bolt is an alpha card.
Yeah.
An alpha Lightning Bolt is still expensive. They've reprinted Lightning Bolt, and the world didn't stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, grow up.
yeah.
Like Sliver Queen, yes. Sliver Queen will be less valuable. So what? Lots of people like slivers. People still buy them.
And
How modern red decks would be without Fireball or
Yeah,
Lightning
if
Bolt.
Lightning Bolt was like at the same thing. I understand, like, sure, keep the power 9 not there. You can make the argument for the dual lands because there's like but like, it's Sliver Queen.
Yeah,
It's Sliver Queen. Just reprint it.
like we had this discussion multiple times. We have it in the chat. It's like like last time we were talking about, like, I went to buy a mountain goat, and that's reserve list.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so dumb.
Dwarven armorer is reserve list.
Koshku Falls or whatever it is. I can't remember how to pronounce the word, but it's the black Pillow Fort card.
Yeah.
It's a reserve list card.
Yeah, heck, the one card I've been trying to get, okay, for my Please Play Lands deck, Merchant Ship, is reserve list because it's from Arabian Nights. Okay, it's like, what was it? A 1 in a blue is like 1/2, can't attack unless someone has islands. Like, come on, let's just. I think Wizards should revisit the reserve list.
Well, Yavimaya Hollow, a really good example. It taps for 1 colorless mana and then has green tap regen target creature. That's such a playable card. It's so good in so many decks. And they're just like, yeah, we'll get to it one.
Yeah, and like the argument that LGSs will lose a lot of money from this does not, like, I can't see that. Okay, like, we're already reprinting stuff in Double Masters, and they're already going to lose money from certain cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just the reality of it. But at the same time, they're going to make more money from people just be like, hey, I have multiple decks I want to play with now.
Yeah.
So I need to buy sleeves. I need to buy other cards.
That's just it. That's a point I also have made like so many times, and like I say the same thing. That's my whole justification of proxies. If somebody like proxies a card, but it makes them go out and finish the $300 deck at the store, is it worth or not and stuff, right? Yeah. If I'm building a 5-color deck and I'm dropping $400 at my LGS to do it, boo-hoo if I use a few of these proxy lands, right?
Yeah.
They're not accessible to people, and so do we tell them, no, nobody gets to win, no one builds the deck, it doesn't get made?
I am the one who wins.
Yeah, exactly. Or that you have to like, hey, sorry, you've got the price of this card is just artificially inflated because we can't reprint it, so boo-hoo, no, you don't get to play Gaia's Cradle. Doesn't matter if you like Gaia's Cradle and it would make your deck more fun. Too bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Daniel, you've mentioned this so many times, and we are seeing a lot more people get into CEDH.
Yep.
And once again, your point is that you want to play against the person's theory.
You
and
see the coolest deck available.
yeah, you want to play against their skill and everything. You don't want to play against their wallet.
Yeah.
Okay, you've mentioned that many, many times, and it's 100% true. And I'm in total agreement with this. And they should go through the reserve list and reevaluate a bunch of these.
Take some of it off. Yeah, I understand the most expensive and stuff. Like, sure, maybe you want to like maintain the value of Gaia's Cradle, but like they essentially did reprint Gaia's Cradle. There's a Judge promo of Gaia's Cradle. I have it. It exists.
Yeah.
Right, and like Gaia's Cradle's still expensive. There's just so many cards that like Lionized Diamond. That's a reserve list card. People like playing it. It's a cool combo piece. It's functions so well in Muldrotha. Like Muldrotha is like the answer to that card being good.
Yeah.
Bazaar of Baghdad, again, another card that like was not super great at the time, and then like Dredge became more of a thing. Again, Muldrotha, Riel is a really good example of a deck that's good in. Those like deserve a reprint, and they can still be expensive cards. They can still be $100. Like Grim Tutor, I don't think is going to bring the price down. I think Grim Tutor's price is going to continue to go back up.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but at the same time,
I think it is too, because it's not, the market isn't going to be super flooded with them. Like, I don't
People
think.
are gonna hold on.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
See,
but,
go ahead, Daniel.
I was going to finish with again, like Grim Monolith. Just remake Grim Monolith. Like, let people play the game.
Make it not so grim.
That's like the point, because it is almost getting to it's almost getting to the point, and it's like the worst feel bad in my heart to say. But like either like they've got to reprint some of this. There has to be a solution to the reserve list, or there has to be a ban where you cut part of like the EDH list off at.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, it's not gonna be reasonable to compare like I've played for a long time and I have these, or like, you know, like proxies are gonna have to be like just universally accepted, or they're gonna have to ban it, because like why do I get the access to 5-color decks and you don't, right?
That's very fair.
I understand, like, again, if it was just that, but land is the most important thing in those decks, right?
Yeah.
Even if you just have a copy of the dual lands in each, like one of each dual land in a 5-color deck, your deck is going to function better than pretty much, than any other combination of those lands.
And that's funny that a lot of the time everyone here is usually against banning stuff, but that actually makes a very valid point that if the greater population cannot have access to these cards, should they even be allowed to be in decks?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, because it's kind of like it's putting a limit on everybody's decks that like isn't real.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like an unspoken like, aha, I have this, you don't have this, haha.
Hope's Dragon deck functions from those lands.
Yes. And it would still function. It would just be very slow.
It would just function worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A car with 3 wheels still drives, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, it's called a
but
Reliant Robin.
There was a lot of car problems at work this week. That's why I've got a lot of car.
you're just like, well, it's not that bad. Well, that's the thing. Like, my Ur Dragon, it's
Can you say that back in your microphone?
Sorry.
Yanni McGee.
my Ur Dragon is a good example of that, because like it's a good deck and like it would be fine without duels.
Well,
but
But it just accelerates it.
this makes it playable against like 1, 2, 3 color decks.
Yeah.
back to the Bazaar of Baghdad point. It's a fun card to use. It's really, really fun in Muldrotha. The only reason people don't run it is because it's $1,600. Make it not $1,600 and people would love to play it. People have a blast playing it, right?
What's that other land that you have?
Which one?
The castle-y looking one? Yeah, Tabernacle? Or
Tabernacle of Pendrell. Yeah, that's also an annoying land. But again, people would run it if it was still. And if you reprinted Tabernacle, it's not going to be a $5 land tomorrow.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's still going to be expensive. It's still like Bazaar of Baghdad's never going to sit, even with a good reprint, a good meaningful reprint. It's never going to sit at a $20 card.
Yeah.
No.
Right? It's valuable. It's good for a reason, and it's the same thing. Like, it's just so. I understand it from both sides, right? If you're just getting into EDH, it's such a good time. There's so many products that are for you, but then you have to like see the flip side of the coin of like, hey, like you didn't play in the 90s. So like you don't get these, you don't get the dual lands and stuff.
Sucks to suck.
Unless you want to buy into them. And yeah, it just, the reserve list is problematic.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. The game was meant to be played, in my opinion, not meant to be like hoarded like a stock market.
Exactly. That's why I consistently have my issues with like what I said at the very beginning of this episode, just to like, let's bring it full circle, is like define value. Like, I understand that like a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's financial value, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm like, because you know what I'm doing with these cards? I'm playing these cards, not putting them in a little case. I'm not leaving this sealed. I'm playing.
Yep.
And that's where the value is for me.
I think you make a really good point too. And yeah, like
I do.
I never take, I have a lot of monetary value in cards, but I never take my cards into trade. I very rarely, the only time I trade cards is if I'm standing at the counter and I'm opening boxes and I'm like, oh, what can I get for this? And I want to open more boxes.
Yeah.
Short of that, once the cards physically enter my house, they're not traded. I give them to people all the time.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I would like to quote the owner of our LGS because that's it. He made that exact sort of joke. He was saying that he feels bad sometimes when he sees people come in and trade cards because like you lose value on cards when you trade them. That's just like
obviously the store
works.
can't trade it at 1-to-1.
That would be crazy. But he's like, that's why I love selling to Commander players. And I was like, what? And he's like, when a Commander player buys a card, it's gone into the void. You never see that card again.
It's so true. It's so true.
He's like, they buy that card, that's their card now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see Brian bringing all his Seedborns in anytime soon.
No. Well,
I have traded one.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, no.
But that's the thing is like, we take the cards, we like the cards, we keep the cards, we play the cards.
Yeah.
Well, and that's all of my expensive cards. They don't sit in a case. They're not locked in some vault. I bring them out and like
play them.
Yeah, I bring them out to play because that's like, I never bought them to collect. I never once have been like, ooh, this will be a great collector piece to sit on the mantle. I bought it because like Food Chain, the Judge Promo Food Chain, for example.
Love it.
I was like, well, I got to have this. This is beautiful. That's, to me, Magic, part of it is a visual game. That's why they hire so many great artists to like put cool things on the cards.
Yeah, of course.
That's why, literally, I love Trin and Silvar because I liked the artwork. I didn't even know what they did. When I saw them, I was like, I'm just going to make a deck with this for sure.
And then you built one around a lore, and it was dope.
And I think I made a pretty fun deck with it, but at the same time, like, I like the physical look of the card. Like, I like the look of the card a lot more than I like the actual effect a lot of the time. I'm like, well, this is beautiful. I need to play it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we kind of went on a bit of a tangent about reprints and our thoughts on them.
A little bit.
It's a big topic,
The reserve list sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. And
we're just emotional when it comes to talking about this. Like we've had so many opinions.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like maybe that's why I'm so kind of salty about this set. Like, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get like your Mana Crypt, your Mox, like you're gonna get some fast mana out of the set. But if we're talking like the highest tier like competitive games, you're still not competing without dual lands.
It's true.
I think you're salty about this set because you had such high hopes for it.
Yeah.
Because Wizards, they did a great
really
job.
Came out
they
as
did
hard.
a great job with that marketing.
They hyped it
Here,
up.
Like Mana
look at
Crypt,
Atraxa,
Blight.
Mana
Yeah.
Crypt, all this
Kalia.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're like, people are, here's
Give us your money.
$250, $300, $400. I'm pre-ordering these, and then it's like crop rotation.
Yeah. Crop rotation.
And then they're like,
Will of the Council. Will of the
Can I get
Council is
my
a
money
box
back?
topper. Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm still pretty happy with it. I understand why some people aren't, but I think it's just fine.
Don't get me wrong. You're not in the wrong if you buy this and you want to build your collection up. You're going to get value out of it. You're going to be happy, generally speaking, but don't buy this to get rich on, obviously.
No.
You're
No.
not going to crack like a mana crypt per box. Like, let's be realistic with expectations on it.
Yeah.
This is going to make a cool collection. You're going to get, it is double masters. You're going to get something like 48 rares guaranteed in the set. There's foil slots where you can get additional. This
50.
is 50 rares?
Well, because you get two box toppers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
Oh
50,
yeah, that's true.
right. So, yeah, well, one's crop rotation, so I'm not counting it.
Stop.
And the other one's Urza
Stop.
lands.
Yeah, the uncommon lands.
Yo, if
Yeah.
it was Urza, like High Artificer Urza, that would be lit.
Yo, that was something that they could have thrown in as a reprint, too.
They might still.
Yeah, that's true. Again, we're still 1 week off from spoilers. There's going to be more. we'll end on this note really quickly. Is there anything anyone actually wants to see reprinted that is a realistic reprint?
3 more swords.
3 more swords. Okay, Hope.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hopes.
I want a cycle. I think that's fair.
New dual lands, different names, above ground sea.
Above ground.
No, I'm happy with some of the reprints that they did in the set.
But is there anything that you want to see come, like another reprint of something you think is like pricey that you'd like to see come down, be more accessible?
Probably just some of like the mana rocks. So like they're redoing the mana vault or mana crypt. I keep getting too confused.
I think vault is
And the
coming
Mox
as well.
Opal. And
some of the moxes.
Yep.
they're
Mox
doing-
Amber, they
Mox
should.
Amber would be awesome.
They should do
Mox
Mox
would be
Amber.
good. That was a really good one from Dominaria.
Yeah.
Well, because they're doing the Chrome Mox and the Mox Opal, so it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Throw Mox Sapphire in. Why not? Let's get crazy.
Might as well.
Oh, and maybe even like the artifacts that reduce all your spells by 1.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Ooh,
That's
like
good.
the medallions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Diamonds would be nice.
Those would be a wonderful reprint, I think.
I think they should reprint the diamonds as well.
Yep. Oh, I like those a lot. The
Yeah.
Sky Diamond, Marble Diamond, all those, the tap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
they're
nice,
not
nice.
costly, but they're still like $2-3 depending on where you
fine.
go,
Oh,
and they
the-
are hard to find. Yeah.
The whole cycle that was like the Eye of Ramos, Tooth of Ramos, those
Yeah,
those
those are
I
good
thought were
too.
pretty
Yeah.
wonderful mana rocks. The one I'm hoping that they do and that they don't skip this one, Cabal Coffers needs a reprint.
Oh
yes.
my God, it's got
yes,
so expensive.
please.
Exceptionally bad. Like,
It's like $100.
yeah, black is like a really, really popular like color for decks. Yeah, like
SP.
SP is $100.
that one, and then like honestly, I actually think that is like the most needed one at the moment.
Cabal Coffers is a really good one. I didn't think about that.
But I think we touched on it earlier as well that Anointed Procession would be a great reprint.
E-Pid.
Parallel Lives would be a great one.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
there's tokens, people really like tokens. Parallel Lives, the old copy artifacts, like the, I think it is just copy artifact. All of the copy enchantment.
Oh, the copy artifact or whatever it was, because someone made a fake one, so it was everyone thought that was coming out again, but it didn't.
Oh, that's sad.
People are mean.
But like, yeah, Cabal Coffers is just a pretty wonderful card. I would actually really like to see a Frey Release reprint. And Titania. I don't know why Titania is so expensive. Not like
That's a good
Titania,
one.
but like just like normal Titania,
That's
one
a
where
good one.
lands go to your graveyard and you get elementals. I have no clue why but it's like a $30 card right now or something like that.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. It might be a little cheaper, but like it's pretty pricey.
I see a new spoiler.
Ooh.
Which is
Stoneforge Mystic in a pretty new art.
Stoneforge,
Mystic
yeah.
is a welcome reprint.
So they probably will come out with the other swords then.
Look at this.
Oh,
Oh my
Ooh,
God,
that's
she's
nice.
so pretty.
I'm glad they're bringing out Path to Exile in this one.
Yeah,
back.
that's also another card that needs Path and Swords to Plowshare. They're great removal spells. They both could be used a lot more.
Yeah.
Thoughtseize is rumored to be coming out.
Maybe. I don't know if they will. What would I pick now?
Something with a book.
Something with a book, though. Yeah.
I guess Titania is not as. Oh no, I was wrong. That's a heavily played one. It's the only one in stock at $13.99.
Heavy played at 13
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
Wow.
Titania is a cool card.
Man, I'd always make them want to reprint stupid stuff, even if it had a book or not. So, and Metalworker would be nice to reprint.
Oh, Metalworker would be a great reprint. It has a tap, reveal any number of artifacts from your hand, and you get that many. You get that much mana.
Yeah.
Is there 2 mana for each?
Yeah, it's 2 mana for each. It should be 2 mana for each. So, and that one does definitely have the book in it. It's background, left side, right behind the robot.
Book, yeah.
Yeah.
Robot book. Reveal any number of artifacts in your hand. Add 2 colorless mana to your pool for each card revealed this way. 1/2 artifact creature for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Chalice of the Void would have been a good reprint.
Chalice of the Void would be
It's
nice.
annoying, but it's good.
There
Might still be. Let's just
might still be. But
Just pay. Just buy the box.
you know what? They should reprint as well.
What?
Strip Mine.
Ooh.
Strip Mine would be good. More land.
Just came
hate
back
is
out
good.
into Expedition.
Everyone does cry a lot about like you got rid of my land, but sometimes some things
Something to have to go.
I should have
Anyone
blew
who's
up your
ever seen
brother's
me-
mountain.
Anyone who's ever seen me flip an Azor's Gateway knows that you need land destruction sometimes.
Everybody who's ever seen you do your nonsense with Field of the Dead knows that you need
Yeah,
to do
anyone
it
who's seen me
Your
try
wing grace.
Yeah, anyone who's seen me try to make 5 Field of the Deads in Wing Grace.
That's like, well, our first time we played Mega Commander, I was right next to you. And I was playing my book travel, and you were playing your wing grace. And was it turn 3? You attempt a discovery, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna grab."
Oh my god, why?
Yeah, everyone's like, "I'm gonna grab land," and I'm like, "I'm dead, aren't I?" And
Yeah,
Daniel's like,
everyone
"Yeah,
took the deal, and Dark Depths. Yeah,
Oh.
Dark Depths and Vesuva came out.
yeah,"
Ooh.
along with Field of the Dead.
Oh yeah, I got Dark Depths, Vesuva, Field of the Dead, and Thespian Stage.
Yeah, because it's 5 people in that he could get from, and basically the next turn you attacked me was, I think it was 22 2/2 zombies and Merit Lage.
Yeah,
2020 flying indestructible.
pretty bad.
Yeah, so obviously I was dead, but on the bright side I got to buy pizza.
I mean,
Sure, did buy pizza.
It gave me time.
potato pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know what everyone else thinks like are like the best reprints. Like definitely reach out to us and say like, are you happy for this? Are you not happy?
Yeah,
What
how you
would
feeling?
like to
Are you
see?
Team Daniel or Team Hope?
Yeah.
Oh, gonna be like that. Civil War.
Yes.
Well, yeah, like
Dibs
are
cap.
do you plan to buy a box? Like what's your thoughts on it? I don't know. I might still buy a box depending on
Do it,
where
do
the
it,
price
do it, do
is.
it.
We'll figure it out.
$400. Do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm with Daniel on this one. I'm like,
I like the problem. The problem is they might have we might have to look for someone else to record because if I open a box topper crop rotation, I'll actually have a stroke.
That's true. That's true.
I
That's
will
no
die.
joke, but it's true.
My blood pressure will hit 700.
I really hope
I thought you were
that
gonna say
people
that
don't
I
get.
do. I was like, Sherman, please.
No,
I hope you get one. I hope it's both crop
I hope you
rotations.
die.
no. I hope people
You know
people
what?
don't
Until
get
this-
that.
Until this moment, I've never considered, but your box toppers could both be crop rotations.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm afraid of for people. You know, it's just like you buy 2 boxes that are both crop rotation. It's just like how
return it.
disappointed.
I'd return it. I'd refuse to accept the
This
product.
box is defective.
Yeah, I'd call my bank and dispute the charge on the card.
Yeah. But anyways,
With that in mind, guys, like we said, reach out to us on social media. Let us know what you think about reprints in general and double masters. We're going to be doing some streaming in the next little bit on when
We're
Brian?
going to be streaming Saturday nights with our new host, Necrozak.
Love him.
Yeah. For everyone, the episode comes out tomorrow, so no one will know this in advance, including Necrozak, but I'm going to kill him aggressively. He made the comment that Brian's the threat to watch out for, and he's got to focus on that. So we'll see how that one goes.
Daniel's finna change his mind.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For,
so reach
for
us.
once, I'm apparently not the target of the table. It's 2 new people, and only Brian knows the unknown threat.
But yeah, so reach out to us on social media. Check out our streams at what time?
It's going to be 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, so
8
on
p.m.
Saturdays.
MST.
And
Mm-hmm.
and check out our Discord if you're interested. We have a very active Discord and always have people looking to play games.
We have great Discord
Yeah,
members, and just a thank you to everyone in the Discord. You're all wonderful people. It's very fun to interact.
I
with you
love
guys.
all of you equally. You're all my favorite child.
Make sure to check out all of our articles. We have a bunch of great writers that we've partnered with and work with who bring out lots of cool content throughout the week. And
And also, if you're looking for any cards that you can't find at your LGS, check out ours. They'll ship wherever. It's Ogre's Den. We love them.
Ogre's Den is good. Yeah, send them a message on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Cool guys.
also, if you follow Ogre's Den Gaming Club on Instagram, he puts up a lot of Commander starter packs, which are really, really cool. Where he discounts rather than put the collections he buys in, he'll like make out like we did Perforos, for instance.
nice.
So it was Perforos, God of the Forge, and then a bunch of cards relevant to it, like
support.
yeah, exactly. So just like mini like Commander starter packs or like a Boros like Essentials pack for Commanders. He puts a lot of those up. They're wonderful.
So that's a pretty cool store.
That's a really good way. It's a really good way to get into something, like into a color or something like that, or a commander.
Well, and the other
Heck
thing
yeah.
too is it saves time. It bulk orders for him and stuff, and he gets to get rid of some of the ones that have sat there for a bit.
Yeah.
But it is also like it's nice to get a discount when you're getting into a new color, or like a Sultai starter pack is nothing to shake your head at.
Heck yeah. So anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.